I wanted a different title. I didn't want to be called a parenting coach because I don't think parents want to be coached. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be a CEO of a company. I mean, who cares whether you're the boss or not? They don't care. And we all know plenty of CEOs of companies that are. So I'm the director of a company. It didn't mean anything to me. It's not a title I chase. I wanted my job title to say what I did, and it's funny because you found me on LinkedIn. Lots of actual architects try and connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'm like, I'm not an actual architect. I don't build stuff. I don't draw stuff. I don't design stuff. Um, so I wanted my name or my job description to fit what I'm trying to do. And you're right, it's like laying good foundations and then tinkering with the details and the practicalities and making sure it fits a context. Any architect they should do a design that fits into its location. And so none of my work is off the shelf. I don't just take a package and deliver it everywhere. It's always bespoke, and that really infuriates clubs. What's the 2 sessions you deliver? I don't. What do you want? Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah. In fact, you build relationships. And
Mhm.
another thing that you said is parents don't want to be coached, and I agree 100% in that. You tell parents perhaps what they have to do, why they don't listen, most
Mm.
of them. And you create engaging workshops, and you make them different every year, adding things. And I'm reading
Yes.
Ryan Holiday now about the Stoics, and they set the bar
Mm.
very high, and it looks like
Yeah.
you're in the same frequency. But what
Oh,
what
thank
what
you.
are you adding now to your workshops?
Oh, thank you. Trying. I'm trying really hard to give um, practice. So, so I'm trying to see the sessions that I do as training parents as well as I, I don't think parents want to feel like they're being trained, but in my head, I'm trying to train parents. So I'm trying to think about very specific ways they can go and practice these conversations after a session. And so I'm trying to develop a bank of resources which are just very specific conversation things that you can add in and try in conversations to see the impact that they have on you and the impact that you have on your children. I'm trying to use more and more um, pro athlete voices who have got interesting stories about their own parents. Because I think, like I interviewed a cricketer recently. She plays professional sport. She said this sentence, and it stuck with the series of webinars we were doing with cricket parents. She said, "My dad's my hero." I mean, that's a pretty strong statement, isn't it? My dad's my hero, but I don't let him come and watch me play cricket. I don't let him come and watch me because I cannot deal with his disappointment at my performance. And that really held the parents up short because it's not like this lady was saying, "My dad, I don't like him, I don't get on, and he can't come." My dad's my hero, and he can't come. And I think trying to get some good voices in the sessions, make it really interactive. Um, and so because it's that training element as well, thinking about how parents can go home and train. What's the conversation gym at home for parents to be able to go? And that course that's off the back of the quiz is part of that. And yeah, I'm trying to dig into that a bit more. I'm trying to make it more useful, more practical.
Yeah, it looks like parents need to train. They need to work
Mm.
out all the conversations, and that's a good thing to do because they hope the academies and school take care about all of themselves. And as you said, they are not perfect. There are some gaps on that, and parents have to be aware of that thing. And you have in the latest workshop the parenting expectation equation. What is all about? Because expectation is everything that kills us.
Well, I think as society shifts, um, well, I don't know if you know the musical Matilda that's out. There's a song at the start of the musical that my mummy says I'm a miracle, and it kind of talks about every parent thinks their child is a miracle, which they are. Every child is a miracle, and it's a very clever song because it talks about the fact that every child is a miracle, but we're ordinary in that miracle, and yet parents now think that their child is super special, that their child is more of a miracle than somebody else's child. And so as a result of that, their expectation that their child is going to achieve greatness or is worthy of special treatment or should be or should have this prestige around being a talented athlete at a young age. And we know that that kind of pressure is crushing for children. We also know often it just doesn't sit in the realms of reality. And yet schools and coaches are having to deal with parents who have this well-meaning but slightly skewed belief about the role that their children, not the role, but the ability of their children, and that creates a parent expectation challenge that I think institutions need to work really, really hard at.